The year my life changed, yes. And it was in February of 2006. I remember it because it was the NBA All-Star weekend was here. And my husband and I had planned to enjoy all the festivities for the weekend. And I think the first night we went to whatever the activities were. I can't remember what they were. And then the next night he left me at home because I wasn't feeling well. And he enjoyed the rest of the weekend, and I just wasn't feeling well all weekend long. And on Monday, I found out why I wasn't feeling well, because I had a positive pregnancy test. It was my first pregnancy, so I was really excited about it. During my first official visit, I had to have blood drawn. I don't like needles, so I closed my eyes when they drew the blood, they drew the blood, and then I had an ultrasound. The first ultrasound, my heart melted because I could see my baby's heartbeat. And actually, at about 6 weeks, he was waving his arm around. Oh well, I didn't know at the time it was a he or a she, but the baby was waving his arm around like this. Even though he was like small, like a kidney bean, you could still see him waving his arm around. I was a little upset the first trimester because they wouldn't allow me. I'm a workout queen. I go work out 2-3 times a week. They wouldn't allow me to work out the first trimester, and I was sick about every day. I had this nasty metal taste in my mouth at all times during the first trimester. After the first visit, I took the ultrasound home and framed it, and it's still to this day in my son's room. The first picture of him. During my second trimester, morning sickness went away. My doctor allowed me to go back to working out, so I was happy about that. I was still relatively small as far as my stomach was concerned. I could still wear my regular clothes, but I started to feel the flutters of my baby moving around. Not much, it wasn't very strong, but towards the end of my towards the end of the second trimester, I do remember specifically on Easter Sunday having a whole lot to eat. And after I got through eating, I felt him move like a real kick for the first time, and it was just so amazing to me to feel him move like that. Let's see. I'm gonna move this down some. During the second trimester, I do remember finding out that it was a boy, and from the time I found out I was pregnant, I wanted a boy. I didn't want a girl because I didn't want to have to comb hair. Just wanted to take him to the barbershop and get his hair cut and didn't have to worry about barrettes and that type of thing. So I did find out that it was a boy towards the end of the second trimester. My husband was excited as well, of course. Men always want boys, so he was excited as well. During the third trimester, this is where I finally started growing. My baby was really active during the day, but at night he was real kind to me because whenever I would lay down and go to sleep, he would get whatever side I laid on. If I was on my left side, he would get over on the left side and sleep all night. So I never had any restless nights. And I think I attribute that to me taking naps. My grandmother used to always tell me while I was pregnant, if you don't sleep, your baby's not gonna sleep. So I would lay down and take naps all the time, and still to this day, my son takes naps every day. Every day, I require him to take a nap. I started growing really, really big towards about my 6th month. That's when I finally had to buy maternity clothes. Towards the end of my 7th month, I started begging my doctor to take the baby because I had just run completely out of room. And my doctor kept saying, it's not time. I can't take the baby yet. I can't take him. He hasn't fully grown. And I just kept telling him, there is no more room for this baby in my stomach because I'm short. So it felt like the baby was here. And so he did agree to take him 2 weeks early. He was due October the 28th. He took him on August the 17th. I ended up having to have a C-section. It wasn't because of complications. It was just because my baby had gotten so big. They were afraid I wasn't going to be able to deliver him. So I had a scheduled C-section. Everything went as normal. Of course, when you have a C-section, they take the baby, they show you the baby, they take the baby away, so they can finish the surgical procedure. So I was allowed to see him about maybe an hour after I delivered him. But from the moment they brought him in the room and put him in my arms, my whole life changed because I finally realized there is not another love like the love of a parent and a child. So that's what happened when my life changed, the year my life changed.